Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm here camping out at Starbucks that is across the road from the mechanic who is getting my car fixed. If you remember my last vlog, I went to drop my car off for an oil change and get new tires. Well, apparently my car is now leaking oil. So annoying. But Marcus, my car that I have been driving for about 7 years and has over 100,000 miles on him, has been so dependable and reliable. Since I got him new on the lot with 0 miles, he has been with me through it all, and I will keep him as healthy as I can until he croaks. This may be an inconvenience, but I guess it just makes you realize and appreciate the good times. Anyway, these types of inconveniences are so minor compared to what real stressful curveballs life will eventually throw at us. What makes it even more difficult is we are never fully prepared for any of it. That scares the hell out of me. Example, what happened to me the very next day. I'll never forget this day, the day I did CPR to a stranger in the park. Hey guys, so I just finished running with my boyfriend, and I will never forget this run. So we were at like 5 miles and our goal was 6, but when we were running, we noticed the guy in front. Well, I noticed first that the guy in front of us just like randomly plopped down, and I was like, whoa, like it startled me. Like I've never like seen that like in real time. Like obviously as a nurse you see that in the hospital when like someone's gonna like code and like you could, you know, you're prepared, okay? But like when you're like running on your day off and like you don't like expect to see that, it's freaking crazy. Like I just remember being like 5 years old in Macy's with my mom in the women's bathroom, and like we just like saw this lady in the stall next to us, like she was convulsing and she had a seizure, and like I saw her and she was like foaming at the mouth. You're at freaking Macy's shopping and I'm like 5 years old. Like that's something I'm never gonna forget either. Like, so we're running, and then I noticed the guy, like he was probably like 50 yards ahead of us. He just like drops down, and like I noticed it first, and then I just like did this because I was like so in shock. And then my boyfriend saw him and we ran all the way to him, and he was face first like that, and I was like, we have to turn him over so I can do CPR. So when we turned him around, like he obviously hit his face, so like there was like blood. I think he like broke his nose because he obviously hit his face first. And so like I'm doing CPR. I wish that I had a freaking code button to press because I needed the freaking like code team. I needed to call a freaking rapid response, honey. Like that was wild. So I'm doing CPR, and like I'm just like, I just feel like this is a feeling like I've never felt before, because like when you're in the hospital, like things happen. Like you have like all your supplies, like you have like, you know, RTs there, you can call the code team. Like I'm like in the freaking middle of like a freaking running trail by like a high school like baseball field. There's like nothing there. I don't even know where the nearest AED is. So I'm doing CPR, and then like there's like some people that are crowding around us. There's like 2 people. I'm still doing CPR. My boyfriend's calling 911. The fire ambulance people, they came at like 6 minutes after the fact, which I think is pretty good, but it felt like forever. Like it literally felt like we were waiting for 15 minutes. It was just like, so it felt like time like stood still for us. And this poor man who was like, I'm doing CPR on him, he's like an older gentleman. Like he's clearly like fitter for his age. Like you could tell that he runs all the time. He just looks like a runner, like by his outfit and like how he takes care of himself. But it just like goes to show you, like you like never know. Like in my mind, I'm thinking that like he was probably exhausted and he was coming at the tail end of his run, and his body just like gave out, or I don't know. He must have, they checked his sugar too. It was at 92. So clearly it wasn't his sugar, but I think his body just gave out, or he was running for a long time and his body was just like, it couldn't handle it anymore. And it made me feel like, okay, like I only want to run with like someone now, like because like if something happens to me, like I would hope that like someone would call 911. Like, imagine if like, thank God it's like, what is it, like it's 6 o'clock, but like when it happened at 5, like it's still daylight, and like there's people running around, so there was gonna be someone to call 911, I'd hope. But like, what if, you know, there was no one there? You like never know. Like, what if we weren't there to like call 911? Like, someone could have like freaking like took his body and like sold his organs or something. I don't freaking know. And oh god, he had no identification on him, which I'm not surprised, because like he had no ID on him, because like if you run, like you don't want to have things that weigh you down, obviously. But like, I don't run with an ID. My boyfriend even said that he doesn't have an ID on him. So it's like, all he had was a key. Like, I'll never forget it. He had a key, and then he had like a really bright orange top. It was like one of those athletic tees that are in cotton, like polyester, to wick away the sweat or whatever. But like, I just like don't want to be that family member who gets the call, like, you know, like, and how are they going to find their family? Like, I don't know. It's realization that like tomorrow's like not guaranteed, so you might as well just do whatever you want now, and obviously not hurt anybody, but you gotta live your life. This other guy came in, like, he obviously was a lay person, like he wasn't like a medical person, so he was doing CPR, and he was like, am I doing the right thing? And I was like, put your hands up here more. So he was doing it, and then this chick came in and started doing CPR. She said she was a cardiac nurse. I was like, yes, nurses, honey. But by the time like the ambulance and everyone came, like I just had a bad feeling about it. And when they were about to take his body, they already did 2 shots of epi. They did like amiodarone. You know, his fingers were getting blue already. He wasn't like breathing. He was agonally breathing. And like, you know, my boyfriend's not like a nurse, he's not in the medical field, so I don't know how it is affecting him, you know, because nurses, doctors, like, we're in the medical field. Like, I've bagged bodies before. Like, I've had to be that nurse that called the family member and be like, you know, I'm reaching out to the family, I'm looking for the family member of Mr. Whatever, like, I just wanted to let you know that your family member passed. Like, do you think that's fun to do? No. Like, I hated doing that. Like, you don't know how many times I've done CPR on someone who, like, died, but sometimes they made it, you know? So, like, I'm used to that stuff, but I know my boyfriend isn't. So, like, I don't know what's going through his head. And there's a part of me that feels guilty, because it's like, I wanted to, like, revive him, obviously. Like, that's my job. Like, I want to, like, I've done CPR and helped a person before. So it's like, when he didn't like wake up, like, it just felt like really like upsetting. I just wanted him to wake up. Like, I don't know this person. Obviously, I've never met this person, but like, I don't want anyone to die on my watch, you know, whether I'm on the shift or not. So like, the fact that he didn't wake up, I almost feel like I failed in some way. Like, I don't know if that's like a nurse thing or just like a competitive nature in me. Like, I always want to do the best I can. You know, you don't expect to see that kind of stuff. So I'm kind of like, was that real? Like, was that a simulation? Like, I just feel like very like on edge a little bit. And before this, I had like a freaking cold brew at Starbucks. So I'm like freaking like so wired right now, you know? Like, I literally could have ran like 4 miles straight. Like, that's how much energy I have. But that was like a downer for sure. Hope the best things happen, and whatever happens is supposed to happen, but I feel like very like, because like in nursing, like when things happen like this, like wow, good job, you're an asshole. You're supposed to do like, I forgot, what's the thing called when you like, when something traumatic happens and then you like, oh, a debrief, that's what it's called. You have like a debrief, like, or like a huddle, and like we don't have that, you know, so it's like, it's weird. Anyway, today was pretty eventful. Besides that was very eventful, clearly. But I went to a job interview, and I did a job interview via call in the morning at 9. So we'll see how that goes, honey. So yeah, but yeah. See you guys on the next one, and hopefully the next vlog will be a little more happy.